R.I.P. to the legend Sid Justice, Sid Vicious, Psycho Sid, whatever you wanted to call him, whichever character you felt fit him the best. Rest easy, my dude. Gable Stevenson's football career might be over before it even gets started. He was waived by the Bills today. And we got all the news, info, predictions, all that good stuff for this weekend's Bash at Berlin. And guess what? Guess who's back? How you doing, bud? Good to have you back.
Oh, man. Great to be back. Thanks for holding it down. What a great couple of co-hosts we had.
We had some good ones, yeah. Some great stand-up comedians and some just wrestling fans.
Yeah.
It was fun to get some different people's perspectives. You know, it was nice.
Totally. And I don't know. I mean, just things are interesting right now in the WWE.
It's almost like I don't know if you feel this too, but almost like they're wading water, like treading water a little bit until Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Kind of like this is those episodes of like The Wire and like your favorite TV show where like it seems like it's dragging a little bit, but they just got to get a lot of information out to you.
Right. Yeah. No. The thing that's different now versus in years past is we have faith in the long-term plan.
Yes. Yeah, we know Survivor Series to WrestleMania is going to be.
We know we know they're cooking something up. There's definitely some very interesting things happening right now. Where just a few weeks ago, I thought we were talking about Bronson Reed, kind of making
lost in the shuffle,
kind of making fun of him. And then this past Monday Night Raw, and then all of the Raws leading up to it, the past 3-4 weeks. Statement, right? Braun Breaker level statement. So we're kind of entering this phase of like, the mid card's becoming the main card.
They're doing a good job of developing these characters.
Mm-hmm.
That's our main thing we were worried about is where do these guys go from here? And they're giving us answers.
Right. And it's not so one dimensional like in the past. Again, whoever was in charge, he who must not be named. You just felt they were taking a more elementary type of approach to the character development, the storytelling.
You don't have to spoon feed us all the time.
No, and you don't need to put this person with this person because they look alike, and this person with this person because they're the same
brothers.
size. It's like, no, turn people into individuals. Give these individuals menacing rage. And everyone's interesting now.
That's a good way to menacing rage. I like that.
And now everyone is interesting.
Yes. Yeah. It's still funny to me because I'm still watching mid-90s WWE, and they still got the occupation.
Right. I mean, seriously. I mean, who was it? Do you remember the Spirit Squad?
Yeah.
I mean, the cheerleaders? I mean, you're like, do they have to be? I mean, I bet a couple of those folks in there had some real individuality to them.
Probably Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Nick Miller. Well, we got a lot.
He's a guy I wish was here at this moment. There's
But would he just be getting beat up on SmackDown?
No, I mean, I think,
Would he be getting the Escobar Santos treatment?
No, I mean, you look at a guy like Chad Gable. The people that have been loyal to the company. Look at the New Day right now.
Yeah. Nice.
I mean, they're building up a storyline. I think we're going to get Kofi versus Xavier at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So people that have been loyal to the company for a very long time are now finally being, again, Drew McIntyre, are finally being given this like, no, this is your moment. I mean, even Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, debuted. In-ring debut.
So
got a fun fact for you when that time comes.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. It's a good time.
I would say it is they finally have depth.
Mm-hmm.
Storylines don't just revolve around the championships. The storylines can stand on their own feet. Wrestlers can stand on their own feet. Factions spice things up, and that's fun. It's got a lot of depth, right?
Yeah.
Well, you ready to get into some news up top?
Let's get into it.
Like we said, RIP to Sid. My favorite Sid was Psycho Sid, HBK's short-lived bodyguard.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, I was introduced to Sid Vicious through Ready to Rumble. I mean, he was in there and he was a menace. And I just remember looking at this guy being like, that is a professional wrestler. That is like
he had the stone blue eyes,
bleach blonde hair, kind of curly, massive, all black. I mean, just
they tried to give him some different colors there for a little bit. We're like, just put him in the all black, man. Yeah. Like, we know what Sid is. Come on.
And he's not in the WWE Hall of Fame. Do you think this is the?
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate that he didn't get to go in when he was alive. But check out my Instagram page this week. I'm releasing a fun series of stories on Sid and why he might not be there.
Oh, why he might not be there.
You either loved or hate him.
Yeah, that's what we hear.
Jesse Ventura close to signing a Legends deal. Apparently, his appearance, he was just a one-off contract. So he's hopefully signing a Legends deal. He says that has chances, but what doesn't have a chance is him burying the hatchet with Hulk Hogan. He said it'll never happen.
Don't expect that to ever happen.
I think a lot of people feel that way about it.
You know, what does that Legends contract get a WWE superstar like Jesse Ventura?
I think you're on like the practice squad of like the NFL. Like you get like 80 grand, 800 grand, or not 800, 80 grand a year. And then they give you a list of appearances.
Yeah.
They put your merch back on, and you can sell merch on the shop.
Oh, that's cool.
So they usually, like, if it's your first time on your Legends contract, there's usually a biography and, like, content. So they really just want to put you back on the roster.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I've been to that.
Yeah, I love buying the old 90s. Like, you see, I got Macho.
And Jesse Ventura, perfect time to bring him back. Politics, wrestling. Great time for a documentary.
He's calmed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Jey Uso in the Make-A-Wish game. He granted a Make-A-Wish before Raw this week.
Good for Jey Uso. I wonder, I mean, all the superstars, But listen, shout out to Jey Uso, dude. Can you imagine if he shows up and the kid's just like, no yeet.
Bro, or if the kid was just real, like, you got my sixth option?
Yeah.
I gave you a list. He was number 6.
Yeah. Yeah, you telling me Chad Gable wasn't around, man? I had Chad Gable up there.
Rikishi, that follows the line of that. Rikishi's still saying that they're dropping the ball with him. He was on some of that. I didn't read too far into it because I'm just like, there he goes again.
Well, they are dropping the ball, but again, it's long form, I think. But again,
he got a little bump.
But he's not wrong. But also, I think they're dropping the ball with this Bloodline storyline all
They
together.
got to pick it up a little bit.
Well,
Friday was a little weird.
They got to pick it up, and we need a conversation between Roman and Solo.
Yeah.
Like, we need, like, it's been too jarring of Roman ain't here, and then Roman's back attacking. Like,
it's too quick.
It's kind of too quick.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Sheamus was the past game day picker on College Game Day with McAfee. Only one to pick Georgia Tech upsetting Florida State.
I saw that. I was watching it live. He was making a lot of his picks with no facts or data.
Those are usually who wins, like March Madness pools.
More off of intuition. People like, Levin, do you know why Sheamus picked Georgia Tech?
Roman Reigns.
No, an ode to, I believe, to Pat McAfee, because I believe that's where Pat McAfee played college.
Pat went to West Virginia. Roman played it.
So Roman played at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he picked it for some reason. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
McAfee went to West Virginia.
And that was a great game.
It was a fantastic.
College football is back, baby.
It's not what it used to be for me, but I still enjoy it. Jericho reveals 3 superstars he didn't get to work with much, and he was bummed out about it. Bret Hart, Owen Hart, and The Undertaker. He said he probably didn't have to didn't get a chance to work programs with them. It is weird to think all those years they didn't really cross paths.
He didn't do anything with The Undertaker.
Not really.
Bret and Owen Hart makes sense.
Undertaker was kind of out of the main event card when Jericho's at top. Remember, that was more Rock, Benoit, Triple H.
Yeah.
And then HBK came back.
Yeah. Interesting. I would have loved to see the Jericho Taker feud.
Yeah. I love this headline. Former WWE star. I don't think he kind of got there. Gable Steveson, waived by the Buffalo Bills.
Dang. He'll find it. Oh, you'll land on your feet.
It's too raw, man. He never really played football.
No. You go there, you get a little clout, come back.
I'm a football.
We respect that you did it.
Yeah. I mean, he made an NFL team at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Owens reveals his mom doing much better. Remember, she had that scare at Money in the Bank. So he said, Mama Owens
it's good. Maybe
on the road to recovery.
Maybe should we fly out to Berlin for this?
Yeah, I think she might sit this one out.
Championship match.
It's great to get one, but I don't think she's quite there yet. Main event results time. They were on a roll. They were doing good. Lyra Valkyria defeated Izzy Dame from NXT fame.
Okay.
And the Final Testaments, AOP, defeated Tozawa and Otis of Alpha Academy.
Dang.
Yeah, that's what Alpha Academy is going to turn into, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. They just don't get beat up until they decide they want to do something with Otis at some point.
I wonder what they're going to do with Otis. He had that NXT match.
It was a great match.
Yeah.
They tore the house down, man.
Yeah.
It just reminded us that, yeah, he's a comedy act most of his career, but Otis can go.
Otis can go.
And Obafemi's the future.
Yeah.
That dude is, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't, you can't compare him to anybody that came before him because there hadn't been anyone like him.
Mm-mm.
He's just an athlete.
Yeah, totally.
He's faster than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley combined.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Like Bobby Lashley was a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. Just the movement he's got in the ring, man. I haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of NXT, looks like Tony D'Angelo's the next challenger to Obafemi. Have you had a chance to check it out?
I haven't watched it.
You've been on the road?
I've been on the road. It's been tough.
Yeah.
I gotta watch
the weird night, you know?
Gotta watch the recaps.
Yeah. But Tony D'Angelo picked him up and slammed him. Like,
that's huge.
with ease.
That's huge.
It was good.
We like
They're
that.
going to put on a banger.
We like that.
There's a new group, Fatal Influence. It's Henley, J.C. James, and Jasmine Nix. They're battling with Metaphor. I guess they might be turning Metaphor face with Ora Mensa going after Ethan Page, and the girls going after the heel girl group. So it looks like Metaphor might be headed towards a face turn.
Bring it on.
It's gonna be weird seeing Noam Dar as a face because you just love to hate him.
Yeah.
He speaks words and you just want to punch him in the face. We're getting Wesley versus Zach Wentz. The breakup. Wesley attacked his former Rascals buddies, so now we're getting that. I wonder if this is going to lead to Wentz coming back because he's the one being shown, not Trey.
Right.
This week, Wendy Chu was given the opportunity to assign Kalani Jordan's opponent. She picked Rosemary from TNA.
Interesting. I like that. A little more cross promotion.
And Wendy Chu's that dark character now. Rosemary's always been that dark character. I like the
little cross collab.
Yeah. It looks like Brooks Jensen might be becoming a Sean Spears disciple. Looks like Sean Spears is legitimately becoming like that Deadpool on your shoulder and he's recruiting. If that's the direction they're going with that character, yes.
Yeah.
Because Brooks has been losing his mind, has been going off the rocker, and Sean's been like bringing that aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hendry getting the shot at Ethan Page, and a little update to that match. Trick Williams, guest referee.
Like that. That's
Keep
big.
them all in the main event.
That's money.
Yeah. Javon Evans is tied up with Gallus right now, so they're keeping him busy because he'll be in the main event scene with whoever comes out of this.
Yeah.
So I like that. Joe Hendry's getting the shot. You know he's probably not going to win. They're not going to crown the non-WWE guy, the champ, but it is going to be a fun match.
Yeah.
Let's get into some SmackDown. LA Knight defends the title against Escobar. See.
It's a good match. Great match. Love to see him go at it. Like the feud. Like LA Knight as champion.
Yeah. keep fighting. We talked about it while you're gone. Open challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Every week, LA Knight come out, like, who's coming through that curtain.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see Escobar not get buried so much.
He's got a great faction.
Yeah.
Like, he's what the LW should have been this whole time.
Yeah.
Which, once we get to Raw, they're still around.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why. I want to see how they progress it, though. Because LA Knight has gotten the better of this rivalry the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how else you can. Obviously, they're not going to put the belt on Escobar right now.
No.
So, like, how do you pivot him and then move on to where LA Knight goes next?
Right.
Like, they need to beat somebody. Good old fashioned beat somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Pick somebody and just beat them up.
Mm-hmm.
Have LA Knight have a Make-A-Wish kid, and then Legado just beat him up.
Right. Right.
Carmelo was talking in the barbershop. Andrade interrupted him. We get Andrade Carmelo 4.
Let's do it. They're going at it.
Fight forever, man.
Yeah.
Do a best of 5.
I mean, let them just make each
Or
other.
best of 7.
It's at a point where it doesn't matter who wins the matches. We just want to see them go.
Yeah. Because you got to think the next one's stepping up to LA. Whoever wins this stepping up to LA Knight next.
Yeah.
That's the mid-card scene. They're trying to establish over in SmackDown. Well,
Scott.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm going to get Andrade title.
I would like eventually a heel LA Knight and a face Andrade, and that's who he passes the belt to.
Yeah.
I would like that.
That'd be great.
For sure. I still want to put Zelina back with him.
Yes. Yes.
Stop the madness.
Stop it. Yeah. Well, stop playing with our senses. We know what we saw. We know
what we want. Bianca, Jade, and Naomi pay homage to Simone Biles. They all wore a different outfit paying homage to her throughout her reign. They defeat the Unholy Union.
It's all that. Love to see it. They're a good faction.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
I think Davenport belongs with those two.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to use them and not get them lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Solo had this. Can I say that this was the best Solo was on the mic, yet it was such a weird segment I couldn't appreciate it?
Right.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
So, like, he sounded confident. He sounded like a leader. He sounded like the tribal chief. But then he made Jacob give up his title? Like, what happened to the Freebird? Are y'all not just rolling with the Freebird? You could just be like, hey, he's going to be defending the title from now on.
Right.
I think that part weirded me out. Like, I get I just guess they could have delivered it a little differently. You know, but they did great with. I don't know what I'm asking for here, really.
Well, again, it's any segment with the bloodline without Roman, without Rock, without Paul Heyman. It all just.
But this was the strongest it has been.
Yes.
I know that's still saying it was the best of the crap, but this was the strongest it has been.
Yeah.
So I was just weirded out. Like, they could have just been like, "Hey, go ahead and give him the belt. You're going to be busy being my personal enforcer. Done deal."
Right.
But they had to make it this. Hey, give him the belt.
Right.
I mean, it let Jacob show some range, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it was drawn out.
It's a little weird.
But it was the best solo that sounded on the mic to me. Personal enforcer.
Yeah.
So is that their way of keeping him away from Roman? But then Roman's going after Solo. Now it's his job to keep Roman away from Roman. And then they beat Street Profits.
Yeah.
DIY makes a save. Just in this perpetual. This is what I was talking about where I feel like we're treading water.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they want to do something with Street Profits.
Right.
But they also don't want to take the belts off of the Bloodline. But wouldn't that have been funny? The first night they give the belt to Tongaloa and they lose the belt.
That would be great. That would be great.
Because the fans would be like, this dude sucks. He can't even keep a belt.
Fans would love that.
Yeah. So I get why they're doing it. I wish they would have fed them DIY, who we know long term isn't going to stay together.
Right.
But then again, are we getting to the point where Street Profits are going to stay together?
I think the Street Profits are staying together.
Then do something with
they're not breaking them up that easy.
They just got to do something with it.
Yeah.
Putting them with B-Fab just wasn't enough. Do something with it. Put them in another feud that they can win.
Mm-hmm.
They just win a match and then get fed to the champ and lose.
Yeah.
Win a match, get fed to the champ and lose. Cody and KO beat A-Town Down Under, but it was funny. It was that little... KO is such a good actor.
He's so good.
When he was giving Cody the belt and he rushed at him and Cody was like, here we go!
Yeah.
And it was just because those idiots were coming back to the ring.
Yeah.
And you're just like, they played that perfect. Whoever was the producer on that.
I like what they're building up here. This whole storyline with Cody.
Is he going to turn on him? Is he not?
You know, Kevin, where it's like, Cody's like, you deserve it. I kind of want Kevin to win.
I do too.
Like, I don't think we need to keep the belt on Cody for him to be seen as the locker room leader, for him to be seen as, like, the champion. As long as he's in the title picture going for it, like, I would love to see, you know, and I could see Cody dropping it to Kevin Owens out of respect, and it'd be a huge moment. And
I just hate that every single feud they're giving this man, I want him to lose.
Yeah.
I wanted him to lose against AJ. I wanted him to lose against KO. Like, in a weird way, for storyline purposes and to give him some hairs on his chest, I wanted them to lose the solo.
Yeah.
So they're not doing. I mean, they are doing a good job of where they're giving us that little doubt of like he might lose the belt here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, you know, the best story is Cody's story with, you know, the bloodline, and I could easily see Roman interfering in their match at Bash in Berlin.
Yeah.
In some capacity.
Yeah. Or save them if they all get jumped by. I think they save this if they all beat down Cody and KO, and this is like where we get like a debut, we get like Hikuleo, you know, because like they're gonna need one more for War Games.
War Games.
So then we get the Usos, Roman, Cody, and then they gotta talk KO into doing it too. Like, come on, that's good story. I'd watch that for a few weeks.
I'd watch that. I mean, that was playback value for sure.
Yeah, because KO's like, you can forget it.
Right. I mean, we'll see. I mean, you got Randy going for the title of Bash in Berlin. You got KO going for the title.
Very interesting swerve, because we're all waiting for that Randy Orton heel turn, but then they got him in a whole different title picture. Like, all right, Triple H.
Yeah, and it makes sense to give him a couple more title reigns. I mean, even if it's a quick one.
I don't think...
And Randy planted that seed with Gunther where he said, what did he say? He made a comparison of their feud. I think he said Flair and Steamboat.
Oh. Okay.
He said the world is ready for a modern day Flair and Steamboat. And he's like, I'm ready for that. And he said, I don't know if you are.
I like that he's the modern day Flair.
And so maybe it's one of those things of, again, maybe they have a great feud. They exchange the titles back and forth.
They just, to me, they don't seem like they're in the business of doing, like, exchanging the titles.
No.
Like, they like these month-long reigns. Yeah, I'm okay with it either.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's what we had.
Give me a good match.
That's what we had, but, I mean...
They have been...
Yeah, the World Heavyweight title, I mean, that dropped at SummerSlam. It could drop again just as easy.
And they got to do something to keep us on our toes, too.
And really, after Bash in Berlin, Gunther doesn't need the title. He needed it going into Berlin, but it doesn't.
They can't let him lose in Berlin, though.
To Orton, maybe.
I don't know. That's dicey on ruining Gunther, I feel like. But it's an interesting thing. I still think Randy's next reign is beating Cody.
Oh, you think so? Yeah. You don't think he gets one before then? You don't think there's a world in which both Randy and Cody are champs at the same time?
I think this starts the motion of Randy being like,
but what if
I don't want the belt.
What if Cody, or what if Randy and Kevin win their respective matches, and now Cody has to turn heel to get a title back?
I mean, there's a lot of layers.
And everyone's saying they want Cody to be heel.
I would love Cody to be heel. Lee had an interesting take on a new Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
Cody runs it.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
CM Punk plays that old man character, or like a new evolution with like CM Punk being Flair, Cody being Triple H. We give a new upstart tag team. an opportunity. Or 2 new guys.
Street Profits.
They had the perfect chance with that one. Their modern day Hurt Business.
Yeah. But that's because that even the Hurt Business felt too like, come on, you know. It's like you're just putting, you know, people together that you feel like go together when it's like really.
Well, that whole thing was to elevate Bob Lashley.
Yeah.
That whole group was to put the title on Lashley and keep it, and then no one else benefited.
You demoted, yeah. You ended up demoting. MVP's now gone. Street Profits felt like they, took the. I mean, Street Profits became less cool when they were in.
They did.
They looked corny.
Yeah. They're like, what do you want us to do now, Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Next week on SmackDown, we get Carmelo and Andrade 4. We get Nia, Jax, and Mia Yim in a street fight.
Like that.
We didn't talk about Tiffy and Nia, the celebration mistake. Nia did not like her celebration.
No, she did not.
But good things happening over on SmackDown. Over on the Raw side, Judgment Day beat LWO. It was a nice
big freaking whoop.
It was a nice showcase for Dragon Lee, but he needs to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, the Judgment Day is taking up a lot of our eyes, a lot of our eye space, and I get why. I get it.
It's to elevate the Terra Twins.
It's to elevate the Terra Twins. We get it. But I'm tired of them kicking off Monday Night Raw.
It was a spot saved for Seth. Seth had to welcome us to Monday Night Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
And now Finn Balor is taking that upon himself.
Finn Balor.
He is the new
This week it was Liv welcome.
Yes. Well, they're trying to show that there are no leaders in the Judgment Day, and that they're all the leaders.
Yeah, exactly. No egos.
All egos.
All egos.
Damage Control, I guess they're face now. Defeated the Pure Fusion Collective.
Yeah, a little over Damage Control now too.
Well, it's just they're 2 of them.
They simmered
Dakota's
out.
hurt. When's she coming back? Asuka's hurt. When's she coming
It's
back?
kind of simmered out a little bit.
I love EO Sky.
Yeah, I do
They
too.
gotta do something.
They gotta do something because it's like, just losing a little bit of steam for me.
I hope she's next up on whoever comes out of this Liv Rhea.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Jey Uso and Pete Dunne advance in the IC tournaments. Jey gets the win over Karrion Kross and Kofi, which is brilliant to further their drama.
Mm-hmm.
Let Jey elevate, and then they're stuck in the mud with each other. That's great. Mm-hmm. Xavier and The Miz lost to Pete Dunne, so that's going to just further push Xavier into darkness.
Yeah.
That Karrion can prey on.
And I do like Pete Dunne.
Love this character.
Getting pushed.
Yeah.
Again, like we're talking about, some of these guys have been loyal to the company for a long time.
He's been producing the speed matches. So this is his thank you for that.
Interesting. He's been producing. Good for him. But yeah, again, it's like he also went through a phase as a guy named Butch. So listen.
What a great way to write themselves out of that.
Yeah.
That Sheamus gave him that nickname. That's brilliant. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen him
do a swervery
unpaint out of a corner in a hot minute.
Yep.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
And we touched on it a little bit earlier, but Randy delivered just a fantastic promo.
Yeah.
So it does add that extra layer when WWE sends a legend out there to give a sincere promo like that. It could be getting our hopes up, but it could in fact be to put the title on him, like you said.
Again, Gunther is good.
I think we do get to see.
He's not great on the mic.
Yeah. I think we do get to see if this faction hits the panic button on ratings. Because the ratings dip just a little bit. So it'll be interesting if they're like, put Randy Orton as champion.
I think ratings go up with Randy Orton as champion.
But it's got to be heel crazy Randy Orton. I don't want this cookie cutter Randy as champion.
Yeah, this goosebumps Randy.
Oh,
they're singing my song.
I don't want that. I want demented, kicking people in the head Randy Orton. Yes, man. It's football season. I need some fun.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
I'm the devilish Randy Orton.
Well, I mean, you know what you could do too is you could take the belt off Cody, and then Cody and Randy end up going for the world heavyweight title.
Eventually, if they do, like move them into like the 2-man power trip where they're just out for themselves and just collecting gold, that could be great story.
Yeah.
Just we're here for the achievements. We're both going in the hall. Like, yeah, right. That.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman got landed on a car by Bronson Reed.
Big Bronson Reed fan these past few weeks. Bronson Reed has done a 180 in my eyes. Love this guy. He's a menace. He's doing crazy stuff. I mean, and I just loved the past few weeks when he's been getting on the top rope. Time and they're like, oh, you think he's done? Nope, one more. Nope, one more.
Dude is agile for a big guy. They didn't climb up them ropes pretty quick.
But I mean, the way that they were just throwing each other on those cars, loved it. I love all the backstage.
Yeah.
All the
it reminds me of the old video.
Old day. Yeah, it just reminds me of the old days, and that's what we want. A lot more backstage stuff.
Car destroyed. That was awesome.
That was awesome. That was really awesome.
Wow, man! I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not the biggest Braun Strowman fan. So when I was like, all right, they're just putting a big guy up against Bronson Reed, whatever, and I kind of faded out a little bit, and came to when they were like walking backstage. I was like, oh, what is this?
And Corey Graves is great. You know, when they're like Michael Cole's like, Corey, that's your car. He's like, this is what I get for not getting the extra insurance. I'm like, this is brilliant.
It was an odd to Sid. You know, when Sid came out of nowhere, said, he did this to my car.
Yeah, it's great.
Some of the worst backstage acting.
Yeah, just so good. So good.
So it looks like Corey and Michael are on SmackDown.
Indefinitely.
Till further notice. Tessatori goes to Raw starting next week. McAfee rejoins Raw in January with Netflix.
And who's Tessatori with?
They haven't said.
Way Bear.
I'm wondering if Michael's pulling double duty.
Maybe.
Just to get Tessatori on his feet.
Maybe. They move those folks around so
much. But I think Michael Cole loves it.
I think they all love it. I mean, at this point, especially when the product's good, you're kind of just in the vibes.
Where you need me to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Uncle Howdy won his debut. Fun little fact. This is Bo Dallas's first win on Raw in 6 years.
Good for Bo.
He last won on Raw July 9th, 2018.
I love it. What do you think about where we're at with the Wyatt 6 story?
Fantastic introduction. Love the video packages.
Those video packages, he might be the best actor.
Yeah. That's any doubt that he can handle this character, gone.
Mm-hmm.
Or it should be. Now what?
Right.
They can't keep doing this to American Made, which is a terrible name. Might be like Troy Built, you know, like come on. I want to see him get like who they go after now, like make it make sense,
mm-hmm.
you know. So like, I want to see some form of the tag team going after the belts.
Yeah.
You know, where does Bo Dallas go? Like let him be in the IC picture for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think them terrorizing Braun Breaker could make for some good TV.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where they go with it. Now that he's done his debut, we've seen the mask, the long hair out there. We saw, it's a good match.
Because I would say Final Testament and them match up perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not done with New Day.
Right.
And I don't want them to rush that. I want that to keep going.
Right.
I want to see what Cross can get out of Xavier Woods. Because I think Xavier Woods is headed towards some
dark
thoughts.
Some dark thoughts and some dark times.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Yeah. So I'm here for that. I really think American Made deserves a chance too. So I hope they rebound from this and go after something.
Yeah.
Because this is the best work he's ever done.
Yeah. Totally.
And the Creed brothers can go in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So more for their part, I want this to be done. Because they're just getting murdered.
Right.
And we knew that, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We knew the first anybody that went up against the Y6, you're going to lose.
Right.
Very interested they didn't say this for Berlin.
Same.
Because they only got 5 matches on the card. They got to add something.
Right.
I thought it was going to be... This was going to end in some weirdness.
Is the Bloodline in a match?
Mm-hmm.
No. Maybe they don't even need them.
Well, can Jacob Fatu get the tournament?
Exactly.
So yeah, next week on Raw we get Zelina versus Shayna Baszler.
Nice.
And then the two other IC triple threats. We get Dragon Lee versus Dirty Dom versus Ilya.
Yep.
And we get Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser versus Bronson.
Nice. That'll be a good one. That'll be a real slobber knocker.
Is this what are they 90s wrestling us and building up this monster heel to feed them to Braun Breaker?
I think so. I think that's what you guys do. Yeah.
They put on some great matches. Well, let's get into our bash at Berlin. Fight card, we get Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom versus the Terror Twins.
Yeah.
Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley.
I think you give it to the Terror Twins.
Yeah, I mean, they're building them up for that, right?
Yeah. I think, I think the next evolution in the story is Liv and Dom. Because, it's interesting. Eventually, Dom is going to turn on Liv. And Liv's probably going to be like, I don't need this anymore.
See, I think
Dom's never been loyal to anyone.
Well, I think Liv finally is like, enough of this at some point.
Yeah. But I think Dom and Liv lose, and then it becomes trouble in paradise.
Okay.
And I think this is how you rebuild Damian and Rhea post losing the titles.
I think they win and Rhea gets her next title shot.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Judgment Day comes out and attacks them. That sets up Finn and Damian.
Yeah, because we've got Bad Blood around the corner, so...
Yeah. And I can see Finn and Damian and Bad Blood for sure. Yeah. Is this feud going to be nice and wrapped up by Survivor Series? What is it doing? We get a leather strap match. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. They get tied together. That's some 80s wrestling right there. Mm-hmm. The leather strap match.
Well, Drew McIntyre won the first match at SummerSlam.
This is CM Punk's turn.
I think we get CM Punk's turn to win a match.
And then we get Hell in a Cell.
And then we're going to get something big at Bad Blood.
It's got to go Hell in a Cell, right?
Hell in a Cell, last man standing. I think we get
I quit.
I think we get Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got one of those.
We have not.
Last one was what? WrestleMania, Edge versus Balor? WrestleMania 39.
Was that long ago we got Hell in a Cell? Which, kudos for them for not overusing it anymore. Mm-hmm. We used to get it like every 3 pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Paid off to a feud. Hell in a Cell.
And then we named the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, they're like, we can't.
Yeah, because then every match became so, they're like, oh, the big feud. What kind of match is it going to be? Oh, everything's leading towards it.
Well, you know what's next month? Hell in a Cell. Yeah.
Well, there's pay-per-view coming up next month. I think it's called Hell in a Cell, and I say we do that for our match. It's like, yeah, we know.
We know.
We knew that, yeah.
The women's tag title match. Jade and Bianca get their rematch.
Cool.
Against the Unholy Union.
Yeah, maybe we'll see Jade turn on Bianca here. Maybe not. I think they'll keep going. Maybe they'll get the title again. Make them two-time.
Two-time.
But that'll be a fun match. Well, don't really know how that one's going to turn out.
That's what makes it fun to me.
Yeah.
For me is who they could go so many different
directions. Yeah.
I do think I would like them to pick up the title defenses though.
Yes. We can use a few more.
Come on. Throw some more teams in there. 16 battle. Undisputed WWE Championship match. The champ, Cody Rhodes versus the deserving #1 contender, Kevin Owens.
Very excited for this match. I'm curious what they're going to do.
Because everyone's just thinking KO's heel turn, so that means they're not going to do it.
Yeah. Again, Do you take the belt off Cody? What does that do to Cody? I mean, what can it do for Kevin? I mean, I think in a situation like this, Cody seems prepared to drop it to Kevin.
Yeah.
And I think the storyline is good in the sense that Kevin didn't want this. Kevin doesn't want this. Cody is forcing him to have this match.
Yeah.
So I almost think it's poetic for Cody to lose in a match that he asked for, that the opponent was like, I don't want it. And then I think it gives Cody, a great pathway to go heel and start to kind of lose his mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, there's a good chance that Cody and The Rock and Roman stay separated from each other until
let them handle family stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just
also if they are trying to put the title back on Roman, it would almost be better for Cody not to lose it to Roman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kevin and Roman had great chemistry. They've had great matches.
Please don't let Cody win the Royal Rumble again.
Can you imagine the hat trick, dude? He does the hat trick. Now we're in wild territory, but let's just stick back. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I want to go with some shock value here. I would love to see Kevin Owens beat Cody Rhodes, and then maybe them go back and forth. Maybe them have another match of Bad Blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then again, if Kevin Owens loses,
what does that do for anybody?
It doesn't do anything for anyone, and the only way that match will happen again at Bad Blood is if Kevin Owens goes heel.
I don't want him to.
And
I'm enjoying
face. To go heel.
We've seen every facet of heel Kevin Owens.
I almost like the idea of him being a champion that's like, I can't believe I won this. I didn't want it. I want my friend to be champion.
Well, that's how all of us feel in life. How did I get here? It'd be a very relatable character.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the other end, we got the World Heavyweight match. Gunther versus Randy Orton. Righting the wrong from the King of the Ring when Randy's shoulders were not bent.
Yeah, and again, I think that that's a great path. I know it's not popular for Gunther to lose, but again, if we're talking about getting a reaction out of the crowd, if we're talking about what this does for long-term storytelling and the potential, if you think about what it does for the World Heavyweight title, for Randy Orton to have it, again, you brought it up earlier, ratings. To me, all signs are pointing towards Randy.
Okay. So you would not be surprised if we walked out of here with KO and Randy as new champs.
I really wouldn't. It would be a great curveball, and especially if they have a plan to get us back somewhere.
Yeah.
But we almost need a disruption. Things are kind of boring right now. And not in a bad way. At least the wrestling is good right now. At least we're interested in just about everything. But when you really think about it, it's a little boring. The Bloodline storyline's been going on for years. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, been going on close to a year.
We need something big to happen with the Wyatt Six.
The Wyatt Six, nothing really major has happened since they made their debut. We kind of need a big... So I think one of those titles needs to change hands.
Yeah.
And again, I think that Cody at this point can lose the belt and it doesn't hurt him. And I don't think losing it
in his own head, he's like, man, why did I give him the chance? I did that to myself.
I think it's a great...
Yeah.
I think it's a great story, and it could set up, again, the beginning of Cody,
have him doubt himself until the new year when John Cena comes back and have him heel turn on John Cena. Yeah.
Because, again, I know The Rock...
Again, a new legacy being formed. So we could see... We keep thinking the Randy heel turn's inevitable. It could be both of them. It could be Randy and Cody working together.
Right. So... I'm excited. I'm excited about the possibilities.
I'm tuning in. I'm going to be watching. It's my birthday weekend, so I'm going to be watching. I get wrestling on my birthday.
That's the best.
We get it during the day too. So
That's the
I'm so
best.
hyped. It's like football, right? The weekend before football kicks back off, we get Saturday football, but it's wrestling, and I can't wait. I'm so excited because there's no matches on here where I'm pretty sure, no doubt, Damien and Rio are winning. That's the only one. Like, if I was a betting person, that's the only one I would put like for sure money on. I could see the rest of those matches going either way.
Yeah.
I still think they're a little too scared. I love your theories on this. I think they kind of pull their foot off the gas at the last minute. I think we get retaining champions this week. But I would love my mind is saying retain. My heart is saying
disrupt.
Yes.
Like disrupt. And again, like Cody can get the title back any day, but you give KO a title run. Gunther can win the title back any day, but you give Orton the title run. I think you can make something happen, and then you can fix it at Bad Blood.
Yeah. I just want them to have some kind of shock and awe in there at some point. Yeah. So whether that's a debut, a return, a title change, a swerve, a heel turn, something. Mm-hmm. Hit me with a jaw-dropping moment at Berlin, please.
Amen.
That's all I'm asking for. You got five matches, so I know all of them are going to get the time. Because I do enjoy Triple H's new theory on this. Less matches, more time for those matches. Yep. So give me some bangers and give me some swerves, and I'll be a happy dude.
Amen.
Well, anything else? Any parting thoughts?
Just great to be back. Thanks for holding down the fort.
Of course. God
bless wrestling. God bless Drew Harrison comedy.
Yeah. Check out Evan Berke. Got an album twice removed out there. More importantly, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate our sponsor, Project Nerd, bringing you the weekly roundup. Big Goldie. We'll see if she stays home or changes hands. We'll see you next week to go over everything Bash at Berlin. Till then.